But they shouldn't be here either. That was the internal dialogue that is going on in my mind that day. But what does that supposed to mean? Hi, I'm Chris Dao-anis, and this is day 85 of my 90-day challenge. This is also day one of a daily story series that I'll be doing. And today I'm going to share with you something that happened on day one of the enhanced community quarantine when it was declared in Luzon. So it was day one of that ECQ, enhanced community quarantine. And so I made the decision to go and pick up some groceries because we need to stock some food, just enough food, not panic buying, not hoarding, but just enough food for us for the week. And so that's what I did. I went to the grocery store and then picked up the things that I wanted, picked up just enough food. And well, the good thing is that in that grocery, in that supermarket, you were just allowed to have two small baskets with you, not even the big cart, just two. So that means what you buy is also limited, which is good, so that it will prevent panic buying and hoarding. So I was done, and what I need to do next was to line up to the cashier. So that's what I did. I went to the cashier lanes, and then I saw four lines, four queues, four lines. And the shortest that I saw was on the right side. So I went there. I went to that shortest line, thinking that it would be the best choice for me to line up in. But when I saw the sign, it says, those only with privilege card, those only who are pregnant, those who are PWD, and those who are senior citizen. I'm not one of those. I don't belong to that category. So I said, okay, let me go to the other line. So that's what I did. I went to the other line, and lo and behold, the line was so long that it reaches to the other end of the supermarket. I had to go back to where the detergents were, there way at the back, and lined up and waited for minutes, and then it became an hour, and an hour became 2 hours, and 2 hours became 2 hour and a half. And then we finally got to the point where I was at earlier. And then I realized, I was asking the question, why are we in this line where the seniors are supposed to line up? But then I remembered myself thinking, no, I line up way at the back, not because I don't belong to that lane of the senior citizens. So I lined up way to the back, only to find out that when we were getting closer, the line from the back was, for some reasons I didn't know, connected to this lane for the senior citizens. But then, since we were there already, the line was so long, right? Knowing that we lined up at the right lane, we stayed where we are at. And then, of course, you know now that the other people are coming in, and then some young, some old, and then some young, some old. And then one of the elderly, the senior citizen, came and started talking with one of the staff and say, why are these people lined up into our lane? We should be the ones here. And then she was asserting her right, which is just right? It's her right to assert her right. And she has the right reasons to say those. The thing is, we were lined up there for the entire morning, almost the entire morning. So the other customers were saying, sorry, we lined up at the right lane, but only to find out we're connected to this. And then please know that we've been here the entire morning. We've been here since 10 a.m. and now it's 12 noon, 12:30. And so the staff understood, so we just stay there. And some of the senior citizens understood as well. But one or two would complain and demand and say that, hey, we should be here, this is our lane. And then they try to, to assert some are good, but some would go even to the point of being aggressive in and try to debate with the staff. Even the guards had to interfere. And then I realized that, hey, wait a minute. I've read the guidelines of the ECQ, of the Enhanced Community Quarantine. You know, pregnant women shouldn't be outside, senior citizens shouldn't be outside. And then I thought, they shouldn't be here either. That's what I thought. So in my mind, I was thinking, hey, in the first place, they shouldn't be here. So that was the argument that came into my mind. And I was smiling and I was about to say that line to one of those who were complaining. But the good thing was that I stopped. I paused and thought, wait a minute. What if? What if they were the only ones in their household? What if they don't have others to buy groceries for them? What if they were by themselves, even if they were senior citizen, even if they were pregnant women, even if they were the elderly, even if they were PWDs. And at that point, I realized that, hey, I should not be quick to judge and say that they shouldn't be there either, even if that's what the guidelines or the rules say. And I had to remind myself that, hey, perhaps I need to suspend judgment. And then suddenly I thought of all the other senior citizens that I knew. And suddenly I thought of my mother. And then suddenly I missed my mom. And suddenly thought of her that at times she had to be alone because she's staying in her hometown. And maybe the case of the senior citizen in that supermarket at the day where I was at was of a similar situation. And then suddenly I realized, no, we shouldn't be quick to judge. And that's the lesson, my friends. We have to suspend judgment. And share that simple story with you because oftentimes we are in those events, in encounters, and sometimes we'd be quick to judge and assert what we think is right and assert what we think is supposed to be. But maybe we forget to consider the situation of the other party. Maybe we forget to consider the situation of the people we're dealing with. And that's where the disconnect comes in. That's where the conflict could arise. And so my friends, very simple lesson from this simple story that I shared. It is to suspend judgment. Take a look. Consider what is going on. What are the surrounding circumstances? What could possibly be the reason why they're there? What could possibly be the reason why we are lined up on this? And this works on our end, and we hope that it works or it is being considered by the other party as well. That as we suspend judgment, they suspend judgment as well. But take note that what we can control is our thoughts, not their thoughts. And if you were the one who first remind yourself of this lesson, then we must be the one to adjust first. And we hope and pray that the other person will understand, the other person will adjust. And together we will grow. My friends, thank you for joining me today. Hi, Ariel. Hi, Mabs. It's been a long time. Hi, Clevie Ann. Hi, Janice. Or I missed your webinar this morning. But I took note of those 4 questions that you shared, and I'll be reflecting on them. Hi, Kerbik. Hi, brother. Hi, Marilyn. Hello. All of you who join us, thank you so much. Sorry, that happens when it's live. The camera just turned around. But hey, thank you for joining me today. And I pray that we develop that skill, that attribute to suspend judgment in situations when we are faced with demands of the moment, so that we'll be able to respond accordingly. Because if we suspend judgment, we'll better appreciate what the situation is, we'll better understand where we are at, and if we have that better understanding, we'll have that better mindset, better approach to the things that are to come. So, again, thank you so much for joining me. I will continue to pray with you, pray for me as well as we face this crisis situation. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you tomorrow for another story, another sharing of a life lesson. And whatever you thought of the story I shared, please let me know of the lesson that you got. If you haven't heard the entire story, I ask you to just wait for a moment. And when I end this live video, it will be available after a few moments on my timeline. You can watch it again, listen to the entire story, and let me know what you think. Let me know what's the lesson that you got from the story. And click like, click heart, uh, comment as well, share your insights, and feel free to share this to a friend who may be helped by this video, by the story, and by the lesson of suspending judgment. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you tomorrow.